Okay, so for those of you who have never taken apart a brake caliper before, I'm going to show you how to disassemble it, clean it, service it, or replace seals if you have to. So first thing you're going to want to do is take the brake fluid out of the caliper, take the caliper off the vehicle obviously, but drain it. And then you can use compressed air and fill up the inside of the caliper to push the piston out. Just watch when these come out. You don't have your fingers in there. Might hurt. I'm just going to stick a rag in there so that I can dampen the force of that thing coming out.
I don't know. That would go flying.
Okay, so you have your piston here, and then this is your dust boot. I just had this apart not long ago, but yeah, you could give it a little bit of air just to get it to come out a bit. And what I would do then is take I got a seal tool that you could use that's got a nice edge on it. It's not sharp, so it's not going to rip the boot. But what you would do basically is just get in beside the boot and go around your dust boot and take it off. So then once that's off, you can take your piston out. And if you are servicing it and you're going to put it back together, this is a nice smooth surface. This is where the seal on the inside of the caliper seals against to keep the brake fluid inside. So do not scratch it or sand it up. Then you can take your dust boot off. They usually have a clip that holds them on. So there you can see the clip. There's the dust boot. That just keeps dirt and dust and stuff out and away from the seal in here. See if I can find the edge. Oh, there we go. So this is the ring that holds this dust boot in place and keeps it from popping out. Some calipers may be different, and they might just sit in a recessed groove inside of the caliper housing. I'm not too sure, but at least this is a Toyota caliper. It's from older 90s Camry, and most of these calipers from Toyota are generally all the same. So inside of here now you have this is your fluid seal that seals the caliper housing to the piston. So we can go ahead and pop that out. And once again, that sits inside of a recessed groove inside of the housing. So we can take that out. If you take a close look, you can see there is a difference to the sides. If you were to put it back together, just make sure you don't have it flipped inside out. Yeah, rebuild kit I was looking at for these, it was like $8, and it comes with these three pieces right here. And then you could just get in here, clean this all out, make it all nice and clean, use some brake fluid to lube it all up, and then we could reassemble it. So I'm just going to give this a quick wipe down, and I'll put it back together. What you could do is get a wire wheel or something to try to get in these grooves. Just watch, like I say, this is a machined surface that's inside of here. It's very smooth. You don't want to scratch it at all or nick it, because if you do, then you're going to have brake fluid leak, and that's no good. This caliper won't be getting used, so I'm not too worried about the little bit of dirt that's in there, but you could use brake cleaner, clean it all out. So we'll try to stick this seal back in here. It's a bit of a finicky thing. There we go, so it's all in there. Like I say, I'm not using this, so I'm just gonna anti-seize it up.
Pretend that's brake fluid, right?
Yeah. Yeah, do not use anti-seize when you're putting this together. I just thought it would be funny. This caliper is going in the garbage, or in the scrap metal pile. So then, I would put the dust seal on next. And it does go on one way. So we'll put this on like that. Then we can get our clip. Now we can see that it goes right in here. There's the edge of the dust boot. So I'm going to start it. Maybe. And that's got to go down inside of that recessed lip that's in there. So yeah, you would go and work it around until it's all in. That one's not exactly perfect, but you get the idea. And then once again, get some brake fluid and lube up this dust boot. You could almost use like a silicone-based grease, I guess, on the dust boot, but I'd probably just use brake fluid. I wouldn't want to risk getting anything inside. So then you can start your piston. Now I found, so just slide the dust boot over or put the piston in first and then slide the boot over.
Seems to be a bit easier.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the retaining ring in there. Yeah, everything's in there now. So
Push the piston all the way back in.
yep.